The regular season's come to an end. Aston Villa 1, Norwich City 2. Let's hear what the fans have got to say. Norwich played their full strength side and looked very good in spells, especially the first 5 or 10 minutes. But even with players missing, we have matched them.
Yeah, we have. Man for man, you know. To be honest, first half, apart from those first 3 minutes, they didn't really threaten us the whole game. We controlled it. The two defenders were talking to each other. They controlled the game throughout, and there was no trouble until they got the late goal, unfortunately. But
we've kind of dropped off for a second, and they've kind of seized the opportunity, which is a shame. But to be honest, I thought we played all right today anyway, and it didn't really, we had a weaker team out, so it's just on to next week.
I'm looking forward to the playoffs, and I think it's a good thing to get off our back, to not have to worry, so it feels like a fresh start, a new campaign or a new tournament, or completely different. Yeah. This is finished now. Put it to the back of our minds, and there's something new for the next game and a fresh team.
We should have won that game actually, because we played really well.
Yeah.
Without Tammy and Jack, we should have won that game.
Give Norwich fair credit to them. They had 2 clear-cut chances. They scored them fair play, and they've proven that they're a top 2 side, and we've just missed out. Like I said back in December, it's not the losses that kill you in this league, it's the silly draws we've had here. Exactly, we haven't lost that many games, to be fair, considering we're in the top 6. You look how many teams that have lost games in the top 6. We haven't lost about 9-10 games. It's the silly draws here and there against Ipswich, Reading, you look back on, and that's what's killed us, to be fair. But overall, I'm happy with how the season's gone, considering how it started. I mean, we look back at the 3-3 draw against Preston here in October. It looked all doom and gloom, really. It didn't look like we were going to go anywhere, and pretty much we all writ it off after we lost against Brentford, and to go on a 10-game winning run, outstanding. You know what I mean? Since Smith has come in, it's changed the fortunes, and we really look like we're going to push on. I ain't going to get overconfident, because the playoffs is a lottery. Anything can happen.
We put out not a second team, but a weakened team today. We competed against a really good side, so I'm happy with it. I'm happy with today.
The unbeaten run had to come to an end at some point. I mean, obviously something to look proud at. When it comes to the playoffs, a lot of the time form is out the window. It's about whoever turns up on the day, really. But I think, like I said a few weeks back, we're already in the minds of the opponents. Like, we're probably on paper the favourites to win. So we've just got to make sure we don't slip and make the most of opportunity.
We got Albion twice, and we just need to keep our heads high now. That was a B team, and it took Norwich until the 85th minute to score a goal that wasn't offside. So, I think we outplayed them.
I've just looked at the stats there online, and it's saying they had 23 shots. Yeah, so it says on Sky Sports. That's what I mean. It doesn't reflect it. I think the stats is going to say one thing. People who have been here today or on the highlights is going to say a totally different thing. We were the better team by far today with the changes. Yeah. Lansbury came in. He looked fantastic. Howe's back in centre half as well. He looks solid as usual. Codger up front, he's frustrating at times, but give him the ball and he's dangerous. We know that. Tammy's missing. Hopefully he comes back and adds a little bit more. But yeah, I'm confident going in to next week, really, to be honest.
The players that was brought on today played well. They played like they wanted to win in spells of a game. I mean, okay, shaky 2 minutes, 3-4 minutes, but since then they kicked on and they really wanted to win it. So no, I'm not worried, in all honesty.
Yeah, I think I was a bit scared after the first few minutes, but we came into the game and gave it a good go, really. I think we did enough to win it at points, but they've got to win in the end. That's fine, just on to next week, really. But yeah,
we came back into it, and we did well against the team that were their strongest lineup. They were looking to win the game. Nothing for us, so still a decent performance. I'm not unhappy today.
My hero Hutton's going to be going.
His last game probably today.
I'm going to be seeing him going, because he's created some memories I'll probably never see again. You know what I mean? Scoring against Hull first game of the season, scoring against Blues. You know what I mean? Something that will stick in my memory for a long time.
He's not the most technically gifted player, but he's got the heart of a lion, and that's exactly what we wear on our shirts. Yeah. So that's why it fits. That's why it works for us. And he's proved it again today. I thought he was really well. First 10 minutes, should I say, sorry, bit shaky there. Fullback was getting in behind. After that, rock solid as always, and hopefully we can probably, depending on what happens, I mean, if the worst case scenario and we stay here, could he give us one more year in the Championship? Possibly so, but hopefully for us it's the Premier League, and I wish him well whatever he does if he doesn't end up staying. So
first few minutes we looked very nervous, probably considering Norwich were obviously the champions for a reason, but if we're going to show nerves like against Norwich in a game that in theory doesn't really matter, are we going to show nerves in the playoffs against teams that do matter? Like, we've got to be able to like compose ourselves and just basically concentrate, push forward without letting nerves get the better of us, because if we do that and they take advantage of us, that's it, like game over already. We've just really got to concentrate on everything.
I wouldn't bet against our first 11 in this division. I really wouldn't, and there's not many times in the league that I've ever been this confident and stood in front of you and been sort of confident about things, because I'm usually quite considered in my approach. But some of the players that we've got on the first 11, on the wages they've got, you wouldn't bet against them. So hopefully at home we can take advantage of it. It's 90 minutes, anything can happen, but if they play to even half of their capability, then we can beat West Brom.
At Villa Park, we're favourites to beat anyone, you know what I mean? We come here, it's going to be an absolute fortress next week, and it's going to be such a toxic atmosphere. Just get behind the lads and we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? If we slip up and we miss out, you know what, we've still had a good season, continuing since the way we started, because it was terrible the way we started. Smith's come in, he's changed everyone's fortunes here. If we don't do it this year, I'm sure we'll have a great chance next year.
Let's beat them over 2 legs and let's get where we belong, back to the Premier League. Hopefully we can do it.
Confident?
Yes, gotta be. Going into this game, making all the changes, we've proven that we can make changes and play well, so there's no problem that we can do it next week.
What better way to get to the final, do you know what I mean, by beating the guys just down the road? So bring it on for me personally. Over 2 legs, if we can't beat the Baggies, they're struggling for form.
Yeah.
We're on fire at the moment, even today, if we can't beat them over 2 legs, it's the final for me all the way. It's Wembley, no doubt about it whatsoever.
A little rivalry. I literally don't fear anyone in these playoffs at all, not at all. I think we can go in positive, have a go at them.
Confident over West Brom. I mean, they're not really a big challenge to us. Let's hope that we can win at Wembley. Come on, lads.
I don't love that we've got the first leg at home, but it's not the end of the world. As long as we do well here next week, and even if we don't, we're still capable of beating them, I think. So yeah.
You got something to give a little plug to, haven't you?
Yeah. So basically, I'm doing the Mind United Trek the Peak District Challenge in July, and it's all for Mind Charity, which is a charity that's extremely close to my heart. They did a lot to help me at one point, and I know they've helped a lot of others. So it's a great thing for me to do for them. So yeah, just any donations or shares would be really greatly appreciated. So yeah, thanks.
Cool. Well, we'll make sure we get something in the video, and we'll get something in the description as well, and try and give you a plug, mate. Overall, I think nobody's particularly bothered by the defeat today. I think obviously it's disappointing the unbeaten run's come to an end, but part of me thinks it's a good thing that it's happened now, and as some of the people said in fan cams, we go again next week, start afresh. Obviously we have players missing, it was always going to be difficult, but I actually think we acquitted ourselves pretty well against Norwich today. Norwich had their first choice 11, went out to win the game. I think we matched them, and it was probably a draw would have been a fair result. If you have enjoyed this video, then make sure you're giving it a like and comment below with your feelings on the game. Dolan and myself will be in the podcast booth recording on Tuesday, so we'll give our more in-depth feelings on this game then, and what's coming up with the massive playoff games as well. If you're not already subscribed to the Villa View with your post notifications on, then if you could do that, that really helps the channel grow, and we all really appreciate it. Great support from you all this season. We've had lots of kind thoughts. Plenty of people have come up to us today and had a chat with us. I'm pretty sure Bird just on me as well, but yeah, really kind words, and we really appreciate all the support. Stick with the channel, stick with the Villa, up the Villa. If you enjoyed that video, why not watch another? Click the video choices on screen now to go and watch them in full. Be sure to subscribe to the channel by clicking our logo there on the left. Easy peasy.